Okay. So, as you can see, I have a cute little picture of my daughter's drawing for you guys to look at while I record this voiceover. And I'm going to answer these 10, excuse me, 10 crafty questions that my friend Dawn gave us a scrappy tag, I guess you could say. So this is my video reply, I guess you could say. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys probably know, my name is Jen, and my channel is called Gold Glitter Girl. It was all one word, and then I split it into Gold Glitter and then space girl, but for some reason it doesn't come up that way on YouTube. I think there's someone else that has it that way. So sometimes you do have a hard time locating me. But if you just do a search, I'm really the only one with some crafts. There's one that doesn't have anything in I believe the rest are makeup videos. So you should be able to find me. If not, if you ever had a hard time finding me, let me know in the comments below. I do appreciate all your support online. That is my name. And the second question then is, how did you come up with your name? And I thought about this for a while. And when I was thinking about how to first start my channel and if I was going to and what I wanted to do, I was very unsure, very nervous. And I wanted to not name it after myself, be a little somewhat anonymous, I guess. And I really didn't know what to do. And a lot of my crafts use gold and glitter. And a lot of the channels that I watch used a lot of the gold shine spray and things. And I thought, well, that would be cute. Plus, my last name starts with gold, which no one really knows because we don't really do last names here on YouTube. But my last name does start with gold. And so I thought, well, gold could be anything. So, Gold Glitter Girl. I know there is a Glitter Girl. And that might be a little confusing. But let's face it, how many, channels we have with craft or crafty or girl in the name. So anyway, that's how I came up with Gold Glitter Girl. And I've been enjoying it. I've been on YouTube for February will be 2 years, which is unbelievable. But it's been so much fun. So the next one, and I apologize, I don't have the exact question. I just jotted down some brief things. So number 3 is, what is my favorite type of craft? And as you all know, I do paper crafting. So it's scrapbooking, paper crafting, which goes alongside with my hobby of photography. I'm not professional. I'm not, I don't do it all the time. I was more into it when I had more free time. And I really don't use my, big camera, my Nikon camera anymore. Unfortunately, I do just, a quick snapshot with my cell phone like we all do. But I do still enjoy taking lots of photographs. And that's how my love of scrapbooking developed. And I'll get into that more in another question. The next one is, where do you like to shop for your supplies? I shop everywhere. All the brick and mortar stores, anywhere I could find things that would work well in my scrapbooks, anything I think is pretty or cute. And I love scrapbook.com. They have a lot of good selection, especially with the mixed media items that I like to do. I try to wait for there to be a sale, and I try to get a nice haul from them when I can afford it, and stretch the dollar. And I do really enjoy a lot of their items because they do have a wide variety. But all the stores I do, Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. I don't do Tuesday Morning too much because there's not one located near me. But any store that might have a stationery section, I'm going to go look for stickers or, pens or something interesting that I could maybe possibly use in my scrapbook. And my top 5 crafting YouTube channels. So my first one would be Inky Quill, and I'm sure most of you know who she is. That's Adele in Australia. And I first started watching her years ago, and she really is the one that got me kind of interested and hooked on YouTube, whereas I never really watched it on a daily basis. I just pulled it up when I had a question on something. And then I started watching her scrapbooking videos, and I had already been doing scrapbooking, and I just really liked her style and started watching her a lot, and then I got more and more into YouTube. My other ones would be, of course, Dawn H Creates, my good friend Dawn. Crafts by Caitlin. She does home decor as well. And Missy Whidden, hope I'm saying your name right. She does a lot of mixed media. And May May Made It, which I know a lot of you know. She's got tons of subscribers. I think she's really interesting and funny, and I like her tutorials because she's very step by step, and she's good for if you're a novice or experienced. I like that she takes her time and really explains everything in detail. Number 6, my favorite colors for scrapbooking or crafting, sorry. I like pretty much all pinks, blues, purples. It depends really on the time of year and the craft that I'm making. Obviously, if it's Christmas, red and green. But this Christmas, I'm doing some more pinks. I like gold and silver with that. And I do have 2 girls, so I tend to use a lot of pink in my books. Pink and purple, a little bit of green, maybe blue. And of course gold, like I said, gold glitter. I like sparkle. So yeah, it just depends if I'm doing like a home decor piece or a scrapbooking piece, or what goes with the colors in the photo and things like that, or if it's an outdoor picture or Disney picture or something like that. This one is favorite tools. That's kind of a difficult one because I don't really use that many tools. Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm still getting over a cold. I guess what I use most often, I could say, is my scissors and punches, the little pokey tool to pick things up. Well, this isn't supplies, this is tools, it's just different. There's lots of supplies that I like, of course, but tools, I use an app for my photos to resize them. And that's an important one because I like to fit more and more pictures into my albums and size them for traveler's notebooks and things like that. And I always use art glitter glue, which I've only been using for about a year or so. That works really good on most of my projects. And I guess I could say my laminator. I really enjoy using that. Yeah, I think that's about it. And my new Gemini Junior that I got, I guess a couple months back, and I do really enjoy that. Working on that. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question. The next one is, where does my love of crafting come from? Honestly, I don't know. This would be number 8, Project Life. That's kind of my beginning page. And this would be my January, so I'll leave that up for a minute while I answer the question. So love of crafting. Actually, no one in my family really is a crafter. I don't know where it comes from. I do have a few, on my dad's side of the family, there are a few people that can draw really well. They never really were taught or anything. It's just something that the ability they have. With it, it's just a sideline kind of thing, just as a living. So I'm not really sure. But I've always been into photographs, as I said. I love photography. And just making sure we're still filming. Yeah, so I've always loved photography. And I've kind of been the family historian. Just found a love for it early on. and like to document everything. Started taking pictures at an early age. Got my own camera, an expensive camera at, I don't know, like as a teenager, and just always took pictures. And wherever we went, we took pictures. And as I got older and traveled, I would start scrapbooking them just to have that memory, have it separate. So I would start a scrapbook, do a whole book, mini book or something dedicated to that vacation. And then just started documenting life in general. But I wouldn't do it every month or week or anything like that. I would just do it when we had an occasion, a party, birthday, something like that. And it was kind of here and there, but I still always took pictures, so I still had lots of photo albums. And then once I had my children, and I discovered Project Life, I'd kind of already been doing it, but not in a organized way, I guess you could say. So I guess I got into it more on a steady basis once I had children, which would have been around 2009 when I had my first daughter. But I've always been into crafting something, making things. I took some art therapy classes in college, and we did a lot of art there, some paintings and collaging and paper mache and different things like that. And I enjoyed all of that. Never was really good at art per se, as in a regular art class. But yeah, it just kind of developed as I got older, and I used to keep pictures from magazines, from my favorite band, which I'm sure you can all guess who my favorite band is, since it's right there on my profile. So I would keep a lot of memorabilia and ticket stubs and articles and things from them, and put them in sheet protectors and just keep stuff that way. And it just evolved into my love of scrapbooking. And today it's such a huge thing now. It wasn't that big back then when I was younger. Yes, I know, I'm old. But anyway, scrapbook, I've kind of ventured out. I do other paper crafting, and if I see a challenge online that I think I might be able to do, I try my hand at that. And I've recently gotten into home decor pieces, mostly for the holidays, because things are just so expensive these days. I like to see if I can possibly make it on my own or something similar for much cheaper. And I do have all these supplies, and a lot of the paper supplies and things that I buy for my scrapbooks can be used to make other decor. So 8. 9 was when, and I kind of went over that already. I started when I was about a teenager. I started with family histories and keeping the pictures for the family and documenting things and vacations and things like that. And then over time, it just developed into scrapbooking that I do now. And I do Project Life mainly. Now that my kids are getting older, I haven't done it as much. And I also do 12 by 12 sizes, whatever size I feel like. Now I do traveler's notebooks also. It really just depends on time and how many pictures I have to scrap, and are they redundant? I mean, I don't want 25 pictures of meeting Cinderella or something like that. And things change, of course, as they get older and things. And we are in Orlando area, so we do have a lot of options when it comes to places to go and things to do. So I felt like it was important to document a lot of that, of their childhood. And I'm so sorry about my voice. Please excuse my horrible hoarseness. Yeah, so I really enjoy it. It's my own little form of therapy, as I always say. And those are my kids in the background screaming. Hopefully you can't hear that. And I like to look back, and I hope that they'll look back and see all the changes over the years, and even the subtle changes. You don't see it as they're growing and right in front of you, but when you go back a few years and, just looking at their school pictures year to year, you can see all the changes. And I think it's something that they can treasure for their whole lives and pass it on. Hopefully they'll keep most of what I pass on to them. I try to keep it to a minimum. I'm not trying to have, 50,000 books. I try to condense what I can. And I also like to do art journaling, and that's just my own way of kind of being creative. And sometimes it's a hot mess, but just a way of, trying a different technique or something. And I enjoy that. My favorite thing to craft is still paper crafts. Like I said, I do some DIYs and home decor stuff. My favorite thing is still photographs and paper crafting and documenting our family history and family lives. That's still my favorite thing to do. I have done, you've probably seen altered books and pocket letters and things like that, and I do like those as well, but that's not my first love. And I also really like to paint. I'm not the greatest at it, but I do enjoy it. Coming up for Christmas, I have lots of stuff in the works. I'm hoping to get it all done so I can post it way before Christmas. I know we're all busy. It's a busy time of year, and my daughter's birthday is this weekend, and so we have a lot going on. But those are my 10 questions. I hope I've answered them well. I would love to hear from everyone. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through here. If you can leave me a comment down below if you like this video. And if you'd like to join in, and I could tag you as well, and you can respond and do the same 10. I'll put the 10 questions below, and you can go ahead and do a video as well for your 10 crafty favorites. As you can see, my book isn't completely done, but I like to keep special memorabilia in here, and our Disney things. Hopefully this is, you guys can see it all. It's not quite done yet. Some things I still have to glue down. This one I have a process video for. That's when we went to the Rainforest Cafe. Animal Kingdom. To finish that page, when we went to Philadelphia earlier this year, it was a fun trip. That's where we're from, Philadelphia. Another 12 by 12. See if you guys can see that. A lot of times I don't do a video for my 12 by 12s because I didn't show the process. I could just do like a share, but I end up just putting them away and not sharing them. And so here you'll see it in the flip through. A lot of pool pictures. This is obviously in the summertime. Lots of kids, lots of dogs, puppy dogs, and then we remodeled the bathroom. And this is a page that's incomplete, but this is some of my stenciling and just art journaling type stuff. I'll make that into a scrapbook page. And that's it so far. I have to finish this book up. So, I'm going to end it here. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope my voice wasn't too discouraging. If you could please just leave a comment down below. Let me know if you liked the video. And I will post, like I said, the questions below, and you can follow along. So I hope to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.